Busy Correa. I'm gonna be here every week showing you new technique at theultimatefightsource.com. In 1992, I started training Jiu-Jitsu with Correa and Draculino. I did Judo a couple years before Jiu-Jitsu, and so I've been training for grappling for around 20 years. In 2002, I started training at the main academy, Gracie Barra. I always trained with Gracie Barra guys, but in 2002, that's when I moved to the main academy, training with Carlos Gracie Jr. and Márcio Feitosa. And I got my black belt from them in 2004. And I started teaching at the Gracie camp. And that was a great opportunity for me because I got to know a bunch of people from all over the world, like Mexicans, Argentinians, English, Swedish, like from everywhere, Americans, Canadians, and that gave me like a little bit of taste of like what would be Jiu-Jitsu outside Brazil. And that's why in 2006 I decided to move to America and start teaching Jiu-Jitsu. I stayed in California for a little bit, and then I moved to Europe. I stayed like a little bit in England, and then in Sweden, always teaching, doing seminars, doing privates, and then I moved back to America, and then find my home here in Colorado with Amal Easton and Eastern Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and now we have this academy here, and I'm very happy with it. Okay guys, so today we're going to be seeing like some basic techniques, some basic submissions, but with small details that are actually going to make it happen, okay? So we're going to go for armbar, we're going to finish in the armbar, and then we're going to see when the guy defends the armbar, we're going to go for triangle, okay? Two basic submissions with some good details. Here we go. I'm going to close guard. Okay, and here for no gi and gi, it's going to be basically the same, just going to switch a little bit one of my grips. So look, my right hand, I'm going to grab his elbow, okay? Now I'm grabbing his elbow, not the gi, because the gi, it's loosened, he can move his arm around. Here I'm controlling his elbow. And what I'm doing is putting, look, this bone here, the elbow, right in the middle of my palm, and then look, holding the arm, okay? So I'm holding here. Now, the difference between gi and no gi, look, gi, I'm going to grab the collar and keep his posture down, okay? No gi, I don't have the collar, I'm going to grab on the back of the neck and keep his posture down, okay? Now, the next move is my right foot, I'm going to put on his hip. Look, my knee got to be attached to his shoulder. If I have a gap, it's easier for him to bring his elbow back, okay? So here, I trap his elbow. Now, this is a very important move for arm bars, okay? You have to change the angle. Look, my head is going to go to the side. You see how my back is flat on the ground? I'm going to move to the side, but my back is going to stay flat on the ground. This foot is going to go all the way heavy on his back, okay? So I'm going to move my whole body to my left. Look, boom. See how my back is still flat on the ground and this leg is heavy on his back to keep his posture down? So I don't have to hold his neck anymore. I push his face and pass the leg, okay? If you have a hard time passing this leg, it's because you're not changing the angle right, okay? If you take your back off the ground, look how hard it is to pass my leg, okay? If my back is flat on the ground, my leg passed. Now I'm going to drive my right heel to the ground. Look how I keep holding his elbow for two reasons. One, it makes harder on his elbow, so it's not just my hip that is blocking his elbow and doing the armbar, my hand is blocking his elbow. Two, when he try to pull out, it's tighter and it's harder for him to pull out. Now I control the wrist, remember, thumb pointing up, so his elbow is pointing down, my right heel drive down and squeeze my knees, and then extend his arm, it taps. Okay, so here we go one more time. Now with the gi, look, I grab the collar, pull him down, foot on the hip, knee, change the angle, push his face, leg, thumb pointing up, and armbar. Okay? Now from here, what we're going to do is, he's going to pull his arm out. Boom. Now look, his hand is over my body. This leg, like right away when his arm is out, is going to circle, and I change my angle back. Put my calf on his neck so he can posture up and grab here. Okay? He's going to try to posture up here. I keep him down. Okay? Now from here, two options. One, if I can lock the triangle already, I lock it. If I can't, I'm just going to change, I'm just going to close the guard. Okay? So I have to close my legs either with the triangle or with the guard. Okay? Now, if I lock with the triangle, look, I'm going to bridge and keep holding his neck to keep his posture down. Bridge, cross his arm, and down. Okay? Now that I cross his arm, I'm going to change the angle. Same thing as the armbar. My back is flat on the ground. I change to the side. lock it. Look how my foot, my toes are pointing up to the sky, not like this. Why? Because here, I'm not tight. Here I lock, okay? And now, lock, grab my knees, squeeze them together and bring them down. Okay, here we go again. I'm going to go for the armbar, change the angle, push the face, pass the leg, he pulls out, circle, come back, okay? Let's say I can't lock the triangle. Look, same thing, I grab his neck, bridge, cross his arm and down. Ideally, this hand is under my armpit. Look, I'm going to switch my hand and go over. Now it's under my armpit, okay? Now I'm going to change the angle. Look, foot on the hip, knee attached to his shoulder, change the angle to the side. My calf having his neck, grab my shin. Now the leg is going to go over, grab my knees, push all the way down. Remember, triangle is a choke, okay? So it's not like armbar, the faster I extend his arm, the faster he's gonna tap, okay? Chokes, I have to make sure I choke for a while, okay? So when I lock, don't go like really hard and then you get tired and then let go and he didn't tap or pass out or anything like that. So you have to lock, and once you feel like, okay, he's being choked, I'm gonna stay here forever. Either he's gonna tap or pass out. Boom, he's smart, he tapped, okay? So just one more time. Grab it here. Or grab it here, foot on the hip, change the angle, push the face, pass. Look, I'm holding the elbow, armbar. It taps, it pulls out, boom. Change the angle, grab the neck, bridge. Look, hold on the neck, because if I bridge without holding his neck, he's going to push all the way up. So, bridge, hold on the neck, cross the arm, down. Switch my hands. Now look, change the angle, grab it, toes pointing up, go over, and lock. Look, this curve with this curve. So it's not here, okay, and it's not here. So it's curve with curve, lock, bring my knee down, and choke. That's it.